Tonight's game had all the makings of history. The Indiana Fever's flashy rookie phenom, Caitlin Clark, stood center stage alongside veteran sharpshooter Paige Bueckers, now suiting up for the Fever. Across the court stood Chicago's defensive demon, Marina Mabrey, determined to silence Clark. Tensions simmered in warm-ups, glares crossed, conversations crackled, and every dribble sounded loud in the hush of anticipation. Fans watched closely. Would this become a highlight reel of heroics, or a cautionary tale of consequences?
Way to miss. I don't have to just dominate in the paint. Atlanta coming off of back-to-back games, scoring 90-plus points, and it was like a flash of light that we saw from the jersey as Chatoya Walker-Kimbrough was talking to the official about the wrap. Caitlin.
Sparks ignite early, physicality on display. From tip-off, the encounter earned its electricity. Clark threaded a pass that had Bueckers sprinting for a floater. Mabrey raced back, skirting the midline, then nailed Bueckers with elbow contact that looked more aggression than defense. The crowd sharpened, senses tingling. The refs blew the whistle. Mabrey shrugged it off. Bueckers tapped her teammate and nodded. She wasn't backing down. Clark locked eyes with Mabrey before they reset for offense. Momentum crackled. This wasn't just a game, it was a referendum. Someone would pay tonight.
Clark on the deck. DeWanna Bonner slow to get up. Step back triple. And Caitlin not happy. Wanted the foul. Angel Gray Tabitha Turner and Autumn Johnson here with you for...
Paige Bueckers takes control. By the start of the second quarter, Paige Bueckers turned on her drive. With fierce precision, she sliced through the lane off pick and rolls, gliding past defenders in ways Mabrey couldn't anticipate. She laid in floaters off glass and swished mid-range pull-ups over outstretched arms. Every bucket had razor-sharp intent. Paige wasn't just scoring, she was sending a message. Mabrey tried to contest, but Paige's footwork left her sliding behind. Fever's crowd roared. Paige's face radiated focus, a young pro stepping into legend. A transition three from Bueckers in an empty corner lit the scoreboard. Indiana +7. Clark knelt at half-court clapping fiercely. Paige grabbed her wrist, nodded to her buddy. Momentum swung hard. Suddenly, Bueckers looked unstoppable. Mabrey, sensing the shift, signaled for a timeout, trying to re-anchor Chicago, but Paige's imprint had already been stamped.
For 12 from the floor in this first.
Good looks though, they're getting good looks.
Clark connects on a bomb.
Chance to speak with the Fever general manager, and she just loves that Emily is playing so well as of late here in DC. Here's Clark. That one rattles through.
Marina Mabrey crosses the line. Second half tip-off kicked off with more contact. Mabrey, chasing Clark off ball, stumbled and clipped her leg. It looked inadvertent, if not a little clumsy, but then Bueckers nailed a drive off the turnover, and Mabrey retaliated. She followed Bueckers into the lane, threw an arm into her chest mid-shot attempt. The refs buzzed. The arena gasped again. This one looked more deliberate. Camera zoomed. Paige's landing on an elbow rebounded with frustration. She rose slowly, collected herself, and sank her free throw. Mabrey jogged back, conflicted. Her teammates urged calm, but FBI-level analytics paused playback. 2 fouls in 2 possessions. Instinctively, fans could sense what was coming.
Clark.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, Caitlin Clark, one thing she got is handles. Just a few shifts, a downshift there, the deceleration and...
Instinctive payback. Bueckers delivers. On the next Indiana possession, Bueckers drew Mabrey full speed in isolation. The donor arrived too hard. Paige initiated a crossover, but while stepping back for space, Mabrey followed. The feet tangled. Mabrey stumbled into the paint while Paige rose, floated, released a high arc turnaround, swish. She turned to face Mabrey, arms slightly spread as if to say, "Watch the ripple." The arena erupted. Paige's escalation was subtle, but effective. Later, after grabbing a rebound, she spun pivot and did a gentle push-off to free herself near the right block, drawing a hard foul. Fans responded with a chorus of "Baud" on the replay screens. That drive spelled instant karma. For every calculated shove from Mabrey, Paige answered with quiet execution, but it cut deeper through performance.
And the finish at the rim.
Clark goes. Nice. Boy, Enrique gave it to McCowan, who couldn't finish. Behind the back again for Clark. Give her another assist.
Video breakdown. Karma. Unfolding replays broke it down. Mabrey's elbow on Bueckers. The lead-up looked unforced. Paige's response wasn't retaliatory, it was court-literate. No excess contact, just style and control. Analysts pointed out how Paige used body positioning for spacing, legal but poignant. Replays in slow-mo made it clear. Aggression doesn't deserve aggression. Control deserves control. McAfee-style footage loops flashed. Paige's smooth mid-air fall into a jumper contrasted sharply with Mabrey's aggressive collision. Commentary called it minimalism versus muscle. Social media nailed it. Number sign car Paige trended. Clutch passes spiked views. The narrative pivoted overnight. When challenged physically, Paige fought with talent. And when attacked personally, Paige responded with skill. Not chaos. Control.
The finish, as Melissa Smith went to the line and did in fact complete the three-point play. What did he have? Three back behind the back?
Clark steps in. Leadership through silence. Caitlin Clark, phenomenal in her own right, sensed the balance shifting and acted. With 6 minutes left in the third, Clark knocked down a triple despite pressure from Mabrey. Instead of celebrating, she walked glacially toward Paige, slapped palms, chest bumped, her way of saying, "We've got your back." Clark's mentorship mattered. It declared unity. For a rookie of her status to step in, not with words but with shared energy, set the tone. The bench erupted. Chicago responded by stepping up on defense, but Clark's silent statement reverberated harder. Rivalries transform, but family doesn't fracture. And for Paige, Clark's gesture was the understory to her performance, a refund of trust.
Clark working on Van Loo. Oh, Clark, pretty step back, hits a three.
Chicago's collapse, domino theory. Once momentum tipped, Chicago found themselves off balance. Mabrey traded fouls for scrambles, struggling for positioning. Opponent guards sank threes uncontested, storm warnings of a disaster in progress. Fever's spacing dismantled Chicago's structure. Bueckers and Clark pulled defenses left, then right, baiting rotations and unloading layups. Chicago huffed but rarely caught up. The scoreboard read 86-67 with 5 left. The sky seemed broken, not because they were outplayed, but because they were outsmarted and emotionally outmaneuvered. One-on-one battles matter, but tonight, 2-on-2 teamwork crushed.
Got a little separation. Watch Caitlin Clark.
Fan and media uproar. Number sign karma for Mabrey. By Final Horn, social media exploded. Your karma for Mabrey, your Paige control, you protect Clark all trended under the WNBA banner. Clips of Paige's turnaround jumpers racked millions of views. Analysts in post-game panels dissected the ebb surge of rhythm. Comparisons raised to elite two-way players. Tweets read, "When you bring fire, they bring ice." Insta reaction videos hit trending. Even veteran commentators nodded. Paige's form versus Mabrey's elbow were juxtaposed. People posted slow-mo side-by-side proof. Mabrey got drubs, some sympathetic, some harsh, but Paige earned respect. Moments like calm competition have a way of shaping momentum narratives. Tonight, Chicago got a lesson in restraint. Paige displayed it. Clark promoted unity. In the court of public opinion, it was Paige's night.
Clark get a little separation there. See, when the hand extends from the body, that is usually when they call an offense.
The aftermath, shaping the series. This happened mid-season, but implications echo. For Indiana, it's deep playoff identity, mastering tough teams at home. It's build-up to rivalry toxicity and earned response. For Paige, a performance vault in respect and respect back. For Mabrey and Chicago, a lesson learned. Axes sharpened but must be carried thoughtfully. League leaders took notice. Coaches attributed it to mental maturity. Fans began demanding respect-based retaliation. Clark's protectiveness gained weight. Rookie team leadership transcends age. It wasn't physical. Rules exist. It was psychological. Skill overrides shock. Replays looping.
Early in this season where that has not been the case and have allowed too much dribble penetration.
Well, and it allows them. Oh, what a dime. My goodness, the pass pass from Clark to Katie Lou Samuelson. Had an open look from 3.